Welcome. Let's jump right in, shall we? Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating, highly practical 7-day devotional plan. It's simply called Be Still. Look, if you've been feeling like modern noise and hustle culture are just constantly drowning out your peace, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how a daily commitment of just 5 to 10 minutes can completely transform your daily rhythm. It's all about cutting through that cultural noise and really centering your mind.
So I want you to really think about this for a second. Are you tired of performing for God? Honestly, so many of us feel this overwhelming, exhausting pressure to constantly perform, to always be on, or to fix absolutely everything entirely on our own, right? We try to manage our lives, we scheme up solutions, and we desperately try to control the outcomes. But what if the very first step to actually finding peace is simply stopping?
And that brings us to the core concept of this entire journey, Christian meditation. Now, in a lot of cultural contexts, meditation is all about emptying your mind. But here, it is specifically about filling your mind with God, not emptying it. And to do that, the plan gives us a brilliant, repeatable framework that takes just 5 to 10 minutes a day. It combines honesty, scripture, worship, silence, and relationship. It's incredibly practical. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the framework of stillness, move into stopping and surrendering control, then rewiring the anxious mind, resting in green pastures, and finally, taking that stillness forward. Let's get moving. Phase 1. Stopping and surrendering control. The crucial takeaway for day 1 revolves around a really profound theme. God doesn't need your performance, and He definitely doesn't need your agenda. He simply wants your presence. In the honest check-in portion of this day, the source text reminds us of something so simple yet so easily forgotten. It is perfectly okay not to be okay all the time. You don't have to show up perfectly put together. You just have to show up. And this is perfectly anchored by the core scripture for day 1. Be still and know that I am God, from Psalm 46, verse 10. This isn't passive, it's an active invitation. It's an invitation to just stop everything so we can truly know God, rather than just knowing about Him. Think about it. It's the difference between reading a biography of someone and actually sitting across the table from them. To actually achieve that, the plan introduces an ancient practice called Lectio Divina, and it is incredibly accessible. Here's how it works. Step 1, read that verse, Psalm 46:10, slowly, 3 times. Step 2, meditate on which word really grabs you. Is it still? Is it no? Step 3, pray a really simple prayer asking to be taught how to be still. And step 4, just contemplate quietly for 2 minutes with absolutely no agenda. It is a highly focused, intentional way to actually slow down. Moving into day 2, we tackle trading our small faith for expectant faith. We're actually going to practice a breath prayer right now. I want you to slow down for a second with me. On your inhale, you silently say, Jesus. And on your exhale, you say, I give you my burden. Let's do that together. Inhale, Jesus. Exhale, I give you my burden. The goal here is to name that one specific thing you've been scheming to control and literally breathe it out. It's an acknowledgement that you don't need a massive plan, you just need Him. Phase 2. Rewiring the anxious mind. Day 3 confronts something we literally all face, the noise of debates, specifically religious debates versus relationship. The big theme here is that God cares way more about your heart than your hot takes. The plan actually challenges you to identify what differences, whether it's politics, doctrine, or church hurt, have been stealing your peace. Instead of engaging in an argument, the action step for this day is to choose relationship over being right. You literally just text one person saying thinking of you with zero agenda. That's it. Then we hit day 4, which views worship as warfare for your anxious mind. 2.64 billion. When anxiety from the daily news or doom scrolling on TikTok floods your timeline, you're reminded that the gospel is going viral worldwide. It's reaching 2.64 billion Christians and growing across all 6 continents. That is massive. It's a powerful reminder that you are absolutely not alone in your anxieties, and you are for sure not alone in your faith. Which brings us right into day 5, finding stillness in the chaos. The text perfectly contrasts our incredibly loud world with this striking verse from 1 Kings 19:12. After the fire came a gentle whisper. We live in a world of fires, don't we? It's loud, chaotic, and constantly demanding our attention. But God, He speaks in gentle whispers. So, how do we actually hear a whisper in such a loud world? Well, the text gives us a fantastic 4-minute exercise. You set a timer. For the first 2 minutes, you just breathe and notice the sounds around you, actively letting them fade away. Then, for the final 2 minutes, you whisper, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening," and you just listen. And there's a vital reminder here from Romans 8:1. This stillness should remind you of grace, not fear. There is absolutely no condemnation here, just a quiet, intimate space to listen. Phase 3. Resting in green pastures. The core theme for day 6 is that God leads you to rest, not hustle. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment, if you can, and actively picture a green pasture from Psalm 23, a place that is completely safe, completely quiet, and where you are sitting right there with Jesus. What do you see in your specific pasture? What do you hear? What do you smell? This visualization technique is so great because it makes ancient scripture incredibly tangible and intensely personal for today. I absolutely love this next part. We get a hilarious yet brilliant tech tip. We're going to use the very devices that usually cause our anxiety to cure it. Even churches are using AI these days to save time for this exact purpose. So the tip is to set an alarm on your smartphone for a 5-minute green pasture break. The irony is just fantastic, right? Forcefully scheduling ancient analog resting time using your digital calendar and smartphone alarms. But hey, whatever it takes to build the habit. Phase 4. Taking stillness forward. Now we enter day 7, and as this verse from Isaiah 30:15 tells us, in quietness and trust is your strength. The whole point of this final day is being commissioned from stillness. We are stilled so that we can be sent. Make sense? We withdraw to get filled up, not to escape from reality forever. The ultimate goal is to make your life an overflow of these quiet moments, so you can actually carry that profound quietness directly back out into the noise of the world. So, how on earth do we keep this going after the 7 days are up? Let's look at these rapid-fire, highly practical tips for habit building. First, stack it. Pair your 5 to 10 minutes of stillness with something you already do on autopilot, like brewing your morning coffee or your daily commute. Second, grace over guilt. If you miss a day, it is totally fine. Just start again tomorrow. This is about connection, not a rigid checklist. Third, use tech wisely to make space for God, not replace Him. And finally, community. Tell one friend you're doing this because vulnerability really builds fellowship. We've covered a lot of ground in this explainer today, but I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative question. What does rest look like in your actual life? Not the idealized, Instagram-perfect version, but your messy, busy, everyday life. How will you personally carve out those 5 to 10 minutes tomorrow to trade performance for presence? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this journey.